Hi and welcome everyone. I am Friar Tuck and this is my epoch. If you are homeless or on the verge of being homeless or low income and trying to figure out different ways in which you can make money and support yourself, I'm going to share with you a little bit about what I'm doing and how I'm making money, because each city has its own way of making money. And so let me just kind of go over what it is that I'm doing, and maybe that might give you some ideas for yourself. Now, a lot of people, they generally like to go out and panhandle. I'm not one of those people that likes to panhandle. It just makes me feel about that small, and it's not really something that I'm looking to do. So there are very few cities that do this, but the Homeless Coalition has something called Street Sheets, Street Vibes, Street Routes, depending upon what city you're in. And San Francisco, Portland, Cincinnati, I think even Seattle, and there's also a couple other areas that actually that do the Street Sheets or Street Vibes, and that is, in my way, it's a legitimate way to panhandle, because the thing is you buy the papers. So when I first started doing it, you'd buy a paper for 25 cents and sell it for $1. Sometimes people give you more than $1. Some people just give you money without taking a paper because they just like to help you. You get an area that you work on a regular basis. You develop relationships with people. In a way, it becomes your own little small business, and you can do it for as long as you want, as long as you can keep affording the papers. They usually give you the first 10 papers for free. Then after that, you gotta pay for them. Now, there are ways to earn free papers. One of the things that I'm working on is, especially with the one here in Cincinnati, they don't really have a lot of articles within the newspaper. It was kind of very thin, in my opinion. But it's more about the something for something, so that you don't have to beg for free stuff. Okay, and so if you want to write articles that go on the low income or homeless issues that are affecting the local community, you can write articles and get free papers if your article gets published. Now, you do have to go to an editor and all this other stuff because it is a paper production. But again, it's a something for something versus a something for nothing. Okay, the other thing that I do to make money, and this is just because I got lucky enough to get verified in Tennessee, and when I was in Tallahassee, I did the same thing, which is, as long as you can get an address verification that is not a homeless shelter, you can donate plasma, and that's like $130 a week. Your new start bonus, they give you a couple extra $100 for the month for being new. And it actually it works out quite well if you plan on doing it regularly. So you can make, let's just say, $20 a day doing the Street Sheets, Street Vibes, and then you can make another $130 a week doing the plasma. And then also I have my YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel, it doesn't bring in money every month, but it brings in regular money. And once I reach a certain threshold, then I have the ability to cash out on that as well. So those are my three hustles. Now, just the two, if I work them the way that I plan on working them, which is I want to make $20 a day, 4 days a week at the newspaper, and then 2 days a week I go to donate part of my life force, and then with that alone, that should bring me in about $900 to $1,000 a month. Now, is that a lot of money? No, it's not, but it's more than enough to be able to survive out here and put money away, so that as things get better for me financially, I will be able to afford myself a place without having to worry about the job market. Now, the job market, it's kind of going crazy, and plus I like working for myself and doing my own little side hustles. Now, there are other things that you can do, especially if you have your own laptop. One of the things you can do is go on Fiverr. This is something that I'm going to be working on as well. So going on Fiverr, going on Upwork, and doing some work. So Fiverr has pretty much anything that you can do, from writing to content creation to customer service to sales. All those different things you can do. The same thing with Upwork. Upwork is for the more skilled professional, whereas Fiverr is something that you can use for lower skilled professionals that are just trying to build a brand and a network. Now, all of these different ways I can make money, and eventually all of these different avenues, one will end up taking precedence over the other just because of the amount of money that I'm able to generate and bring in. Now, it's all, sorry guys, it's all a little, you know, there's a lot of different things that you can do and become self-employed, because here's my overall opinion on self-employed versus going and working for someone. And this, to use some legal terms, to apply is to beg, okay? So if you are applying for a job, you are begging for a job. And then they tell you beggars can't be choosers. So whatever wage they offer you and whatever hours they offer you, you know, you can't really complain about it because you're a beggar. And in reality, there's a lot of truth to that, because you're relying on a business owner to go out there and to generate the work so that there's enough work for him to be able to put you to work. And so therefore he's going to leverage your time and your skill set to be able to make money off of you, because you either lack the desire, the will, or the fortitude to go out there and to hustle up your own work. Okay, so this is something that you as an individual, you know, this is what you got to take into consideration. So the reason why I work for myself is because, one, I don't really like being a beggar. I like to be able to have some control over myself and what it is that I do and what it is that I have. Now, I will always be able to make more money working for myself than I will working for someone else. Now, you may have to put in more hours, you may have to hustle a lot more, but you know, that's the difference between owning your own work and owning your own skill set versus trading it to someone else for their compensation. Okay, because they're always going to leverage your skill set better than you can if you go that route. Okay, so this is just something that I do. It's the way that I see the world, and you know, I got to say that I'm glad I left Chattanooga. Chattanooga was probably the one place where, if you really want to get up on your feet, there's really there's no real way to do it if you want to get your own side hustles going. There are plenty of hustles that you can do out on the streets that don't require you to have a place to live or anything else like that, if you know what you're doing. Okay, so if you guys want to help the channel, hey, it's all down in the description. Or you can help me reach 5,000 subscribers, which is my next goal, because then I can start getting free gear, doing reviews, and then that will help me be able to survive a lot better out here, because I'll be able to get quality free gear versus having to save up several $100s just to be able to purchase something. So 5,000 subscribers is my next goal, and hit the like button. I would love to hear what you guys think. If you are in a similar situation and you have hustles that I didn't talk about that work in your city, please be sure to mention them down in the comments. And until next time, thanks for watching.